Hello, Galaxy! I'm Chris Pirillo, and nothing odd is happening right now. It's just another live edition of the LockerGnome Daily Report. You really never know what's going to happen when it happens live. We'll do it live! We're doing it live. How many times are we going to do it live today? I have no idea. But I can't go back and edit out that little audio burp, the verbal typo there. I'm just going to go ahead and roll forward. That's how it goes with live. I don't know if TLDR has longevity. I don't know if it's back for good. It's largely contingent on your support, and I'll take the support in whatever way I can, whether that's just commenting, tuning in, setting notifications. When I mentioned it in very late last night video upload, I received quite a few positive remarks, quite an amount. It was insane, actually. People were happy to see it. Although the only question people had was, why does it have to be in a separate YouTube channel? Why can't it be in the same YouTube channel? In all my experimentation with YouTube, given that it's always experimenting, I've learned that it's very, 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 very silly, not a good idea to flood out any one YouTube channel. And if I post 2 videos a day, or let's say just do 1 live video a day, I'm not going to be able to cover everything I want to cover. I want to be able to answer your questions, but I also want to say the things that I want to say. And so to find that balance, I feel the best way to do it is to effectively use this secondary channel, which has been around for years, specifically for the live broadcasts, the long-form broadcast, whether I'm interviewing someone, hanging out with someone, or just talking to you, doing an AMA every day, the LockerGnome Daily Report, as it were. It largely survived, thanks in large part to a large amount of patrons. I sound like Henrietta Pussycat. Meow, 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 large meow, meow. Does she still say that? Is Henrietta Pussycat still around? You remember that? Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood? Am I the only one? Probably not. But, we still have the Patreon campaign. Chris Pirillo's got a Patreon campaign. Head over to chrispirillo.com for that. And also, Discord chat is still working. It's open 24/7. You can get access to the Discord chat pretty much for free if you have Amazon Prime. And you head over to my Twitch profile, twitch.tv/Chris Pirillo. Links are in the video description. And you sub to me. You can sub to me for free if you have Amazon Prime. Just FYI. And then when you do that, and when you join the Discord chat, then you can basically hang out virtually. It doesn't mean that you can ask me questions all day and all night long, but I'm just saying I'm making myself, or attempting to make myself, more available. More than I may have been in the past few years for a few different reasons. But I'm very, very hopeful that the reciprocity is going to work. So I'm doing my best. So let's go ahead and dive into the questions, taking them in order apart from any kind of super chat messages that I see pop up. Beginning with Amazon Ruba. Sometimes I have to talk through the username before it starts to make sense. Could you explain how much the information is given to Snapchat to enable the filters shown during the keynote? They mention that it's not the raw data, but I can't find anything about this level of detail. I have no idea. I'd imagine that if you reached out to one of your favorite tech news outlets, the one that you trust most, they may be able to surface that information for you. Asking the crowds, the wisdom of crowds in social media. I don't know if you're going to get the response that you're looking for. I don't use Snapchat all that often until I find filters. And when I was playing with it the other day, it now has AR filters that you can connect your Bitmoji to Snapchat, so you're able to see yourself in 3D on a surface. And when I say surface, it's not to be confused with Microsoft Surface. Gosh, I hate that they took that word. Like any surface like this. And then the avatar you will be doing something like playing on a computer, I think it's Pong. You're playing Pong on a computer. It's kind of neat. The app that I discovered this morning was not Snapchat. I've known about that. It's called ARCam. It's free. It's on iOS, although I don't think there's any reason why you wouldn't be able to use it on Android. But you can basically plant emoji in AR, augmented reality, and then, zoom in and out. And let's see here. I can make a little black cloud behind the poo. Hang on. You can't see the black cat cloud right now. I can, because it's behind the virtual poo. And then I could put the angry emoji there. Knock it over. See, and then come in a little close. AR is fun. That's, largely due to ARKit's power on iOS 11. You don't need the iPhone 8 to unlock ARKit. It's a part of iOS 11. But The understanding that I have would indicate that Google is effectively going to be doing the same thing. It's not going to be called ARKit, but Google and Google phones and Google cameras, or cameras powered by Google phones, Android, can also support AR with the right framework, and I believe they're going to be rolling that out over the next few months. So if you have Android, if you don't already have a standing augmented reality app that you're using, or a feature of augmented reality in your app, it could be coming very soon. It's fun, but right now I'm still looking for an application of AR beyond gimmicky. Like that, sure, I'll keep it, but inevitably I'll just I'll get rid of it. Okay, this is kind of cute for 5 minutes and I'm done. That's AR to me right now. It's just, it's neat, but it's been neat since 2009. I'm really looking for a practical application of it. Slots and His Wise asks, would you ever think about getting a Nintendo Switch? I believe I have thought about it. I have not necessarily done it because it's a cost. In terms of the cost relative to the benefit, we don't necessarily play a lot of those kinds of games outright. We don't. Jedi's not into it, so whatever Jedi's into at the time, that's what we're usually doing. So with that, we figured, you know, she would just kind of grow up with the game systems around her. But I'd rather start her out on like an Atari 2600 or even the NES Classic that we have on a day that I guess the NES Classic launched, the Super Nintendo. I never had a Super Nintendo Chalmers. So I, kind of skipped that. I was in college and I was, past that point. But I love the NES. And in fact, I'm very grateful that Millionaire 2K had an extra one and was able to give us that last year. I believe the SNES will be the classic that just launched today, will be more widely available. I don't know if we're going to be able to get one. In terms of the cost, like $80, like street value. Diana had an SNES. So if I do get one, it would be primarily for her to enjoy, and I think she would enjoy that a great amount. Set it up in her little office. Last time I did a video in her office, she doesn't call it a play shop. It was the Dreamcade replay video that I posted to the Chris Pirillo channel a couple months ago, a month ago or so. Speaking of offices in social, if you missed it, I posted one of my first official play shops, my official office. I had like workspaces in apartments up until this point, but in the first house that I lived in with LockerGnome, I had a dedicated room. It was the first play shop. But you'll notice a few things in here. One, just about every piece of technology has been replaced by this phone that I'm holding onto in one hand. And two, there are Star Wars objects throughout the office. I had Star Wars around me way back when. This is before Tech TV. The chair, you'll also notice, is right there. The chair has been around that long. The chair is older than YouTube. This chair right here. Oh, man, I just don't want to get rid of it. I never want to get rid of this chair. David Stevens asks a super chat question. Did you install 11.1 beta 1 yet? No, I have not, David. And by the way, thank you for the super chat. I do appreciate that. It's really neat that you're able to do that, the super chat thing on YouTube. Number one, it elevates your comment. Number two, it's a great way of supporting. But you can also support by way of, however you're able to. I'm not saying that anybody's, better than anybody else. I'm grateful for the support that I get. No, as a matter of fact, I don't. I wanted to effectively restore in full and back up my iPhone 8 Plus everything, and then potentially later today download the first beta. I don't know if it's any smoother. If it is smoother to you, I'd be interested in knowing where it's smooth. I've only read about it from a distance. My feeling is, and I think I alluded to this yesterday, the final versions of iOS seem less stable than the beta versions of iOS. So, I'm going to take my chances because it can't be any worse. That's my feeling. It can't be any worse. That's bad. You don't want to be in that position. Who wants to be in that position? I don't want to be in that position. Feeling that the beta is better than the final. It's weird, the times that we're living in here. George Fallsmail asks, have you heard of the Ultra Pixel phone by Google? I have, and I talked about it in yesterday's TLDR. It's the video that was posted to this channel before the video that you're actually watching, if you're still watching. Ricky Marin asks, whoa, I haven't seen you live stream on YouTube in years. Well, I'm doing it. I'm doing it live. Trying to do it every day if I can, if y'all want that. Just hit that notification bell. Subscribe, of course, to the various YouTube channels that we have, and then hit the notification bell icon thing. Then you'll be notified. Chris is live, and then you'll get the email right away. And I'm going to try it at different times of the day or night, just to see, if different people can come along and, just keep people on your toe. I'm going to keep you on your toes. Shane Shane, if you were to choose an Android phone rather than an iOS device, which would you choose? A pure Android one, like a Pixel or something like a BlackBerry Key one. Why? Thanks. Oh, this is hard. Personally, I'm a software purist. I've said that for years, going all the way back to my first Play Shop, before I called it a Play Shop. I'd be inclined to go with a Pixel. I'd float to a Pixel, I think, because of the software purity of it. But I'm certainly fascinated by the experiences that are unlocked by what LG's doing, by what Samsung's doing, by what Essential's doing. I'd like to try that.